We're on. We're on. We're on. All right. It only takes me an hour to do this every time. Every time. Okay. We're on. No, I don't want to hear myself. Please mute myself. Thank you. Whoa, Hannah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Chillax, girl. Chillax. Yes. There's a chair in my office, and Hannah can tear it apart, and she's allowed to tear it apart. It's a piece of junk chair, and she knows it's the only piece of furniture she's allowed to tear apart. She loves it. Right, Hannah? Now you're just going to leave me? Okay. See ya. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, boo. Goodness. I am going to need this coffee. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. What am I doing with my life? No, don't. No. Every single time it takes me like how long to figure out how to do live streaming. I've done this 6 times already. 6 times, and I still can't get it. All right. What are you, what? No, I want to see the chat. I want to see the chat. All right. Whoa. Stream status is good. Health status is good. Good. All right. Wait a minute. Go back. Ew. No, pause. Yes, Bane. Hi. Yes. Mommy's having a heck of a time. Hi, Shannon. You know, just going through the usual, just having a hell of a time figuring out how live streaming works every time. I've only done this 6 times and still can't figure it out. Oh my goodness. I like take the box that that like, it's confusing. I can't even explain it. It's just a mess. Hey, Bane. Hi. I pet your belly. Bane's laying right here. Oh, I got the squeaky chair. Should I set a timer so we don't go over like usual? We got this. Let's do 1 hour. I'm like the best live streamer ever. We go through this every time. I did. No weirdos. Oh, and I purposely saved my sip and peel for Duncan so we can see what I won before we even get into it. So I guess Duncan is doing this thing that, you know, McDonald's does with those peel-off things. But you can win certain things. And I just got splashed with water. Oh, come on. I never get anything good. I wonder if Josh will use this. Oh, I have not won yet. To win a JetBlue vacations package, you must also collect the piece marked with a compass on it. Well, that's a load of crap. Yeah, sip and peel. I never get anything good. The last thing I got was a Fanatics one, which I think is like, I think it's like sports tickets and stuff, which I'm sorry, the World Cup isn't going on anymore. That's the only sport I care about. Exactly. You have the potential to win later. It's like my life. That's my life right there in a peel-off sticker. Oh my goodness. All right. We should get into the book that I just finished like a half hour before the live stream. Like a half hour. I was like down to the wire. Oh my goodness. I was cutting it close. Oh my goodness. I just like, I don't know what took me so long to like pick it up. I think because I was reading The House 1000 Eyes, and there's a deadline for that one as well, because because that's an arc and it comes out, the finished copy comes out the 11th so I kind of want to finish that and get a review up and everything, so that way I can promote that a little bit, even though my channel isn't huge. But I'm like, oh, I can finish that quick. And then I realized I couldn't finish it quick, and I still like this much to go. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, I gotta put it down, gotta read my series of unfortunate events. I was like saving series of unfortunate events as like a treat, but it wasn't working because I wasn't finishing the main course. If that makes any sense. You know how bright and washed out my face is, but I'm too distracted. The coffee is kicking in already. Woof. I did it. Thank goodness I did it. And I even annotated, except for like a couple chapters, because I was listening to the audiobook while cleaning today. So there's a couple chapters that are missing stuff like written in it, which is kind of a bummer, but I listened to it. I noticed that a lot of the audiobooks are on YouTube. Don't tell anyone. Some of them are on YouTube, which was really helpful. Like this one was on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, it was so exciting when I found that out. I have it on VHS, like cassette tape, but that means I got to sit down in my bedroom and listen to it. But I had it on YouTube. I could just walk around with my phone and listen to it. So that was good. I know I have so many deadlines and stuff right now, and my whole life is a deadline. This is a fun book, main course of book. Yeah. It was fun. I love this one. I forgot how much I really loved this one. I think it's different in a bunch of ways, I think, than some of the other ones, and still the same, but it's just great. Audiobooks on Scrib, but it's not all of them. Oh yeah. Well, even like some of these are only narrated by Tim Curry. Like only a few are narrated by Tim Curry, and then the other ones are narrated by Lemony Snicket, which I don't know. It might just be a regular voice actor. It might be Daniel, or is it Daniel? Daniel Handler, which is the real name of Lemony Snicket, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it's Lemony Snicket or if it's if it's Daniel Handler or if it's actually just a voice actor, but I don't know. But this was the first time I listened to one narrated by Tim Curry, and it was interesting. I really liked it. I liked it a lot more than the Lemony Snicket one that I listened to. But I guess we should go first reaction to it, because this is your first time reading. Oh, I get all excited every time I think about it. I'm trying to think like what I recognize that I didn't recognize before, since this is not my first time reading it. I forgot about the pages in them. I forgot about the pages that are black, and when I got to them, because in the audiobook you don't hear them, but like I knew they were in the book, so when I went and looked at them, I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, Shannon's reading this on your Kobo or your Kindle. I couldn't remember which, but I'm like, she's gonna think that her reading apparatus is broken when she gets to those pages. Yeah, they're like only, for the most part, they're only at the apartment building, which is, it's not like out in the open as much, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah, I think I ship Jerome and Aunt Josephine. Like they would, if Aunt Josephine would have met her tragic end. I feel like their cowardice goes very well together. Like they belong together, them two. I ship them. They're like such cowards. Ugh. The black pages in the elevator. I had a feeling when I saw them in the book, because I completely forgot about them. Otherwise, I would have warned you and would have been like, "Hey, you're going to get to a section that your reading apparatus is not broken. I promise." But I'm like, oh my goodness, Shannon's going to get to this, and she's not going to know what's going on. She's going to think the pages are messed up. They're cowardice pairs. They fit together. They're so cowardly. Like they're both like good Guardians in their own way, I guess, but like they're such cowards. I don't even know where those black pages are now. Where are they? They're here somewhere. Oh yeah. It's so like just it's such a Lemony Snicket thing to do. Such a Lemony Snicket thing to do. It's just like that page of Evers that was in one of the other ones. Like that's just right up his alley. Yeah, they were. It was great to see them like back in their hometown as well, because then they were like, I feel like it was a perfect time for them to come back to their hometown as well. Like I feel like they were really lured into a false sense of security with Jerome, because he was like, I mean, he was like telling stories about their mom, which I think he had a thing for, because like he was like, he never talked about their dad, but he always hinted about their mom, and I'm just like, I'm like, something going on there. Yeah, I think the Evers were in the reptile room. I think you're right. But yeah, it was neat seeing them in their hometown. Oh, and then when they come out of the grate, the trap door, and they're inside their house. Like the first time reading that, I was like, what? They're inside their house? And the mailman thinking they're ghosts. So great. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she did. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she mentioned Beatrice. Yep. See, it all weaves in. Oh my goodness. There's like so much like story underneath story in the series of unfortunate events. Like there's so many layers that you don't realize unless you read them as like an adult, because like as a kid I'm like, okay, Beatrice, whatever. But like as an adult, it just gets more and more like layered down. No, they're never. Yeah, because they don't take them. I don't think they take them back to the remains. I think he shows them, because there's a picture. There's a picture in the first book where you get at least see the remains, but it might just be a picture. I don't think they're actually at their house. But it's so sad. Yeah. I also noticed they didn't call Olaf in this one like as much. I'm like Gunther. Oh yeah, that's right, Olaf. Like they called him Gunther, which I thought was really weird. That was like one of the things I never noticed as a kid, but I noticed this time around. That like I'm like, why aren't they just calling him Olaf? I'm so confused. It's like the first time they ever called him by his character. Always think of him like the writer or device. Yeah. He's like he's weaved into their story, and it's like so cool. The television show does a lot more like weaving in, I feel like, than the books do. But it's still like so cool. It's so cool. And I love that he's the one like reporting the story. He's not just telling you it. He is undercover, like reporting it while being chained to like a typewriter. No, it's like all these little like intricacies, and I'm just like, it's nuts. Yeah. Well, they gave it away right away. They're like, "Oh, you're Olaf." I'm like, "Shut up! That never works. Just stop. Just stop." Never works. Oh, you did. So the first book you watched, like the first book. That's great. Did you like it? Like it's a little different from the show, from the books, but it's like so good. So good. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love Lemony Snicket as a character. Like it's so unique to make the narrator like a character, but not at the same time. Like he's not in the story, but he's reporting the story. But it's more than just that. There's like he's like in-depth reporter kind of person. It's nuts. I love it. Oh no. Keep watching. Keep watching. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing, and I almost freaked out and almost stopped watching the show because I was so mad. No, keep watching. It gets explained. I was like, what? This is like, no. And then, you'll see. I thought the same thing. As someone who's a huge fan of the books, I was about ready to discontinue watching the show because of that. And I was mad. And then I kept watching. I'm like, you know what, Izzy? Just watch it. Watch the rest of the season. And yeah, it's all right. It's all right. No, it's fine. You're fine. I promise you're fine. You can keep watching. Oh my goodness. It was, no. I had the same reaction, the same exact reaction. I was like, oh my God, no. And then, no, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, they're just messing with you is the best way to put it. They're trying to keep you on your toes. The show does that. Like some things I think that they're like really changing, but then like they're not at the same time. Like they explain it without giving any spoilers away. Oh my goodness. I haven't watched the show in a while, but because I watched it all when it came out, like every time the new season comes out, and I think they're done filming the third and I think it's the third and final season. I think they're done filming it because they filmed it like right after they filmed season 2 because they didn't want, because the kids were getting too old too fast. So they wanted to get them filmed before the kids didn't look their respective ages, especially Sunny. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I think sometime I wouldn't pay money for it if I were you. I would get it wherever you can get it cheap. But the movie, which is probably not on Netflix because they probably don't want it to mess with the show, but the movie that has Tim Curry in it, not Tim Curry, sorry, thinking about the audiobook. The movie that has Jim Carrey in it is absolutely awful and will make you appreciate the show so much more. As I hit myself in the face, so much more, because it is just awful. I remember when the movie came out, and it hurt so bad to go see in theaters. It like hurt to go see in theaters. I saw it in theaters. I was really excited. I'm like, yeah, they're making a series of unfortunate events movie. Then I saw the casting, and I'm like, nope. And then I saw the costumes, and I'm like, nope. And then I saw the movie poster, and I'm like, nope. And then I went in, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go see the movie. I'll give it a shot. I'm like, I'll give it a go. You know, maybe everything's wrong. Maybe I'll be proved wrong. And nope. It is awful. I hate it so much. That's the funniest recommendation to watch a film. Watch it just to see how awful it is. A lot of people will first hear about the series from that terrible, god-awful movie, unfortunately. I know a lot of people who who will tell me, oh, I just love the movie. And I'm like, all right, I can't talk to you anymore. Like, we're done here. Like, nope, we're done. We're done. My one friend out in California, because I told him, you know, that I was doing this read along and everything, and we were talking about them. And he's like, oh yeah, the movie was really good. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Like, what do you know? You've never read the books? Just stop. Like that movie. He goes, yeah, but it was really funny. I'm like, exactly. It wasn't meant to be funny. It was, so cringy. Oh, that's great. I don't know. The book started coming out in 1997, 8, 9. I don't even remember. Where is Bad Beginning? Grab the Bad Beginning. Oh, 90 something. I can't remember. 99. Well, now I can't get it back. Oh, okay, I give up. Give up. Put it back later. This seems to be the way these bookshelves go. But yeah, they came out. They started coming out when I was 9 years old when they started coming out. And I was in what, like third grade, something like that. And then I had to wait for each book to come out. Oh, so frustrating. You don't know how good you got it. They're all just right here for you. Oh, I had to wait like a year. It was awful. When did this one come out? 2001, 2003, 2000. Oh no, this came out in 2001. So that wouldn't have been much longer after that. And this is book 6. No, I just turned 28. The people in my classroom were like amazed that I just turned 28. Turned 28 in June. They were amazed because they asked me if I was taking any other classes, and I said a math class. And then they're like, well, how is that going? And I'm like, ugh. I'm like, well, I haven't taken math in like 10 years because I haven't been in school for like 10 years. They're like, how have you not been in school for 10 years? I'm like, I'm 28. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, do I need to show you my birth certificate? Like, like, what do you want from me? Here's my driver's license. There's proof on there. Like, I don't know what you guys want from me. They're like, oh my God, I thought you were like fresh out of high school. I'm like, no, I wish, because I'm very behind on the career that I want. School's going good so far. Math is tedious. I'm not a fan. I've done all of this before, obviously, because I was like, you know, it's algebra. Oh, I just burped. Attractive. It's algebra, so it's like I've done all this before, but you don't use algebra in real world. Let's be real here. You don't use it. It's pointless. And I don't know. I'm to the point where I'm so old that I'm like, I know this is pointless. Why am I doing this? But and also I like forgot everything, and my brain is having a hard time like staying, I don't know, focus is probably the best way to say it, like focus on the math. But other than that, everything's going good. My astronomy teacher is really awesome. He's really cool. He was like he minored in paleobotany, which my end goal is paleontology. And he did paleobotany, which is basically like paleontology, but with plants. So that's really cool. And he's like, oh, we'll have to talk. And he's like, if you need any help with anything, just let me know. And I'm like, please. I'm like, you are the professor I've been looking for. But we haven't really talked like since that first day, really, because it's a night class. I go there after work. I'm tired. I just want to get through the class and go home and drive the 45 minutes home. And but I haven't really talked to him yet, but I'm sure I will. I've still got plenty of semester, but he's definitely a good resource. So that's good. Yeah. The series is so good. I really like the series. Oh, the series of Fortune Guns. Sorry. I was back reading. I skipped a comment. Yeah, it's cool, and it's not like that they feel like the same age. I don't know. It's cool, and it's not. It's like we are in different like points in our life kind of thing. But my lab partner, I think she's a little bit older than me, maybe, or around the same age as me. She might be a few years older. But she's like the same mentality as me, at least. And that's good because she's my only lab partner. We sit at a table together. We just happen to sit next to each other the first day of class, and we're lab partners now. But it's good to have someone like my same mindset as a partner, as a lab partner, because I feel like there's more at stake then, and then we take it more seriously. Because there's a girl in my class that you can tell she is fresh out of high school. She is like giggly and bubbly, and the world hasn't broke her yet. And I'm like, you are just you're right out of high school. Like you're a fresh baby. Like, I'm like, don't let the world get you. Must protect. No. Like, math isn't used for anything. Let's be real. Math is just, and I don't like the fact that like you always have Google with you too. Like, I mean, I get like that you should teach, equations and memorize equations and blah, blah, blah. But like, you always have Google with you to look up those equations. I mean, we live in a different age now that like, if you desperately need to know the slope of a line, you can Google the equation, which I guess is cheating. But I mean, I don't know. I just think it's just a big waste of time and a money racket. But unfortunately, I have to take a lot of math to get to the career that I want, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Yeah, I took it's really funny. Both of these classes I've already taken, but I failed both of them, or I got pretty close to failing both of them. One of them I dropped out of. I think the math class last semester I dropped out of because I was like, I was way too boggled down and just stressed out about my job and everything. And I was tanking, and I was like not doing the assignments, and it just spiraled. So I just dropped the class so that way I didn't have to pay for the rest of it. And an astronomy class, I took the astronomy class online the first time that I took it. And this time I took it in person, and I love my professor, thank God. But I took it online, and it was awful. It was awful. It was like one of the worst courses I ever took. The professor, like, there's like discussion posts, and the professor expected you to like respond to every single person's post. But some people post at all different times. It's an online class. Like, I don't have time to just sit in front of my computer waiting for every person to comment. And it was every single week you had to do that. There was this big project throughout the whole entire year that you had to like calculate at the exact same time every single day. You had to measure an item and its shadow, which is cool. It's cool to learn, but like, I work random hours. So like, I would have to like take breaks and go outside just to measure something in the parking lot from the exact same spot. It was weird. And it was just like, it was so much work, and it was ridiculous. This new one is so easy. Like, I go in, like, my professor has already printed out, like, he's already sent all the notes. He has the PowerPoints on here, so I could technically read them right now if I wanted to for the next class. The first lab we had was super easy. It was just like measuring things. Like, so far it's been more up my alley. Thank God. Yeah. Going to community college, I've realized that there's so many more relatable people, because it's people that are know that they're paying for the class kind of thing. Like, they know that what's at stake here, and it's usually people who have already like either failed and are now like trying again, or they went into the wrong field and now they're trying a different field, or maybe it wasn't the right time in their life to start this, and they have families, and I mean, it's just good to have people that are at close to the same stages in your life as you are. Yeah. There's a lot of crossover between math and science. It sucks. It sucks. Especially in chem. I took just an intro to chem, like not even a chem 101, the intro to chem before, and it was like so much math, and I'm like, oh God, I'm never gonna survive. Yeah, my professor is more catering to like people that are like busy. It's a night class, so it's more like us. Well, my sister in my parents' house, but my sister is living there. They had a stray cat just have kittens, and she keeps sending me pictures of these kittens. It's so cute. I'm like, poor kitties. I'm like, stop showing me these. I want to take them home. Anyway, back to this book. The real reason we're here. Let's do my favorite question. What was your favorite illustration? That's always my favorite question. I always love the illustrations. This one was like a spoiler. This illustration was like a spoiler. Like that one, that's such a spoiler right there. Because that happens like before, like it shows you that before she even pushes him down. Yeah, kitten pictures. Oh my goodness, she's the one kitten looks just like looks just like Bane, but as a kitten. And like it's taking everything inside me to not go get that kitten and take it into my house, so that way Bane can have a mini me. Oh, I had a feeling you were gonna say the staircase. I had a feeling you were gonna say that. That looked really nice on your was it Kobo? Are you reading on a Kobo or a Kindle? I always forget. But it looked really cool in that picture you took. No, Josh won't let me have another one. Well, he will, because he has no say. But I know that I shouldn't get another one. Maybe if we had a bigger place, I'd get another kitten, another cat. But I already have two, and I almost trip just walking down the stairs every morning. I'm like, if I get a kitten, I'll step on it. Poor thing. I'm trying to think what is my favorite picture. I think Sunny. I think this one of Sunny is usually the pictures that end up like in the middle are always my favorite for some reason. Like the middle of chapters, I just think that's such a Sunny picture. That's like showcases her personality to like a T. Her teeth are so sharp. She's like a vampire. Kindle, that's right. I was buddy reading a book with Chelsea. Her name is. She's Belgium. She's in Belgium. And I was buddy reading, I don't even know where it is. It's over there. I'm not getting it. But I was buddy reading Eliza and Her Monsters with her, and she had like the same kind of thing with her like Kindle. Like the illustrations were so tiny. I had to like send her pictures of them like blown up so she could read the text underneath and stuff. It was annoying. Well, not annoying to send, but I mean, annoying for her. Because she had to like text me and then wait for me to get the picture for her. I like felt so bad. I'm like, why are we buddy reading this? It's so difficult for you. Oh, the salmon waiter. Oh my God. The salmon is so gross. That reminds me. I wrote a note, but I completely forgot. We have a guy, when I read that chapter with all of the salmon, which is so gross. I thought of this guy that comes into work. So there's this guy who comes into work whenever salmon's on sale, like 2 for $4 for a can of salmon. He buys it by the case, sometimes 2 cases. And there's 24 cans in a case. He eats a can of those a day. Gross. It's so gross. You should see the guy. He looks like a mountain man. Like he has like long, like wavy hair, and he's buff and big, and he buys the salmon, and he also buys 2 gallons of whole milk at the same time. Like this man this is a true mountain man right here. Like he's like 6 foot. He's he's not fat, but he's like buff. It's like all that protein is doing his job. Sunny, yeah, Sunny saves the day again. Sunny is always the voice of reason too. Like she's always like, we don't have time for this. Like, focus, guys. She's always like the hero, I swear. The next book. Oh, good. You got it in physical. The Vile Village. I love the cover of The Vile Village. I like birds though. I think birds are cool. And it's crows, I believe. Yeah, I love the cover of this one. Yeah, I really like the cover. I think it's really cool. It's dark and macabre, I feel like, and it's like right up my alley. And the spine is black, which is my favorite color. So, you know. Yeah, some of the readers are bad with pictures. It sucks. And I feel like the pictures are very important as well. Like they also, I feel like you can't not have the illustrations. I feel like they're great. They add so much to it. There's a lot of salmon. It's so gross. Oh, chapter 11. Yeah. The trap door. Is it the trap door? Where is it? Yes. Yes, I like that one too a lot. That is it's very cool. Hands are so hard to draw, so I can appreciate a really nicely drawn hand. Oh, there's a picture of their parents there. Or at least a picture of someone. There's like more detail there than I even noticed. There's like a picture of someone. And then on this side, there's like a sheet of music. Ooh. It's more than I noticed before. Yeah. Ugh. So gross. So gross. And it's canned salmon too. It's not like it's like fresh. I don't know. He buys it by the case. Disgusting. So gross. So gross. But he would love that restaurant. That would be like his go-to. He'd be there every night. Which I love how it's like Salmonella is like the name of the restaurant. It's so bad. The red spine and black background. Mine would be a hardcover with a red spine. Oh, mine's gray. My hardcover. Let me see. I think it is. I think the hardcover's gray. At least mine is. Mine hardcover. Yeah, my hardcover is gray. On the spine, not black. I love the hardcovers too. They're so pretty. I just love like the end pages and everything. I rarely read them for this read along though, like because I need a book to mark up. so I usually just use the paperbacks because I can bend them and mark them up and everything. Oh yeah, the illustrations are the best. The illustrations make the story. Oh my goodness, I love them. They add so much. And I think, I'm not 100% sure. I have to look. Let me check this one. Yes, I noticed something new that I never noticed before. And this is like a big thing. And my mind was like literally blown when I saw it. Blown. So the artist is Ben Hellquist. Hellquist is that guy's name. But his Arthur picture, his author picture, well, I guess whatever picture, his picture. Lemony Snicket's is always this faded out, and his bio is always interesting because it's not anything real at all. Lemony Snicket's extended family, if they were alive, would describe him as a distinguished scholar, an amateur connoisseur, and an outright gentleman. Unfortunately, this description has been challenged of late, but HarperCollins continues to support his research and writing on the lives of the Baudelaire orphans. But his photo is always different, but it's always like blocked out. Like it's always him, usually at a window, and like blacked out. Or it's always the back of him. Like you never see his face. But the artist guy, his always matches the story. And I never noticed that before this book. Because right there, he's sewing a pinstripe suit. My mind was blown. Never noticed it before. Ever. The pictures have so much clues. I never noticed it before. The illustrations like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so cool. The name of the restaurant, Salmonella, is so unhealthy. Like, don't eat there. Who in their right mind would eat there? That's weird. Yeah, it's so weird that it was different. I don't know. Maybe they I don't know. Maybe it's like a special edition for, I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, I've like so many extra copies over here that like I just mark up one for this like every time. And I love it because then I can go back and look at them, but then I still have nice copies that are untouched. Yes, the triplets are back. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I remember as a kid, I was so happy to see them. I'm like, they're alive. Oh yeah, silhouette. That's the word I was looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you have to check them out when you finish the Vile Village. You'll have to look at since you have a physical copy, you should hopefully have it in there. His biography is normal. It's a real biography thingy there, like his little blurb, but the photo is always matching the story, and I had never ever noticed it before, and I feel like so dumb for never noticing it. Like, I wonder what's going on in the first book. Like, I don't even remember. Never noticed. Oh, I think he's got like monocle because he's probably like at the play that happens in the first book. That one's a little bit harder to determine, but they like always match somehow. It's so cool. I never knew that. You have to look out for it now. Yeah, yeah. I was like so frustrated with Violet with this one, and I'm like right when she's like no, we'll be back, and I'm like, no, but tell us what VFD is. Like, stop, we need to know. Like, stop, just listen. Yeah, opera glasses. I know, it's so cool. I like never noticed it before. I love that, like, I'm still like finding new things in these books. Like, I've read them like 1,000 times and I'm still finding new things. It's like, it's so cool. Proof that rereading is sometimes really great. Yes, the very fancy doilies. They will do that a lot to you. They will psych you out with the VFD. Oh my goodness. Very fancy doilies. Oh my goodness. Volunteer fire department. There's so many. I don't even remember what like VFD officially stands for. I honestly can't even tell you. I know we get more into VFD in this one as well, in the Vile Village. Because I think from now on we really get more and more into VFD, but I don't even remember what book or when or if we find out what VFD means. I can't even remember. Can't remember. We do in the show, but like I can't remember in the books. It's been so long. That's one little thing that I can't remember. A literal red herring. They said like red herring like 100 times in that paragraph too. Sometimes a red herring is actually a red herring. Maybe V for vile. Maybe. Oh my goodness, wait till you read this one. There are some good illustrations in this one. I like birds too. So like I said, like I love crows. At least I think these are crows. I think they're crows. I can't remember if they're crows or ravens. But I really like this one a lot. I'm really excited about this one. Oh, it's been so long. I'm really excited about it. And it's the Ersatz elevator. Ersatz. At least that's what the audiobook said. Ersatz. So it's kind of like pronounced like it's spelled. Ersatz elevator. I didn't know Ersatz was a real word. I do know that the devil's knot or whatever she's talking about, you know, she does that knot again. That's not a real thing. And that whole spiel about Finnish chick pirates, yeah, that's not real. Because I looked it up because I was really curious in the first book about the knot, because they get into like all that description about it, about like Finnish pirates and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, is that real? Like, and it's not. It's like a whole made up thing for this book, for this book series. And I didn't know. I didn't I didn't know that that wasn't real. They make it seem so convincing. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to get back into it. Maybe it's Violet something something. Yeah. I don't remember. I really don't, which is good, I guess, because then I'm going to be surprised. But I know I really love the cover of Vile Village. I love it. I love it so much. I just, like I said, I don't know. It's the birds. Birds are just so pretty, like when they're drawn and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just really like the birds. I have a thing for crows, I guess. I didn't think it was a real word either. I'm like, ersatz. I've never heard that word before ever. And then the last couple pages, they say it like 1,000 times. Yeah, that whole story with the devil's knot is not true at all. The devil's knot isn't even a real knot. I had no clue because they made it sound so convincing. Oh yeah, of course I'm continuing the readathon. Read along. Sorry, not readathon. Yeah, of course I'm continuing. They're children's books basically. I can get through them. I read that one in like 2 days, so I got this. It was cutting it close, but I got this. My reading has been slowed since I started school, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. The audiobook did help with this one, because then I could do other things. But no, it's been slowed, but not as much as I expected. I do expect when finals comes around and when tests start coming around, because I haven't. Yes, hello, Bane. Hello. You got a big mouth. I'm talking here. But I do expect when tests come around and stuff that things will get boggled down a little bit. But come here. Come here. Oh, you big fatty. Oh my goodness, you're so fat. But yeah. Nope, not stopping it. We're in too deep now. We're in too deep. We're like halfway there. We're almost like halfway. Once we get to the middle of book 7, we'll be halfway. Yeah, I'm in too deep now. I'm not giving it up. In too deep. I need to know what happens because I don't remember half this stuff. It's like a switch though. Like a lot of this stuff, like once I start reading it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, that's right. That's it's like a switch that flips. But like a lot of times before I even pick this it up, like I'll look at the cover and I'm like, I don't remember anything that happens in here. And then like I read like the first like couple paragraphs and I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. Once I start hitting test season, I'm a little scared, but we'll see. I'm scared for my first math test. That will determine whether or not I'm on the right track here or not. But so far, I'm ahead on all of like my assignments, so that's good. My math assignments, I've been ahead of each assignment, turning them in wise. So I've been turning them in early, which is good. So as long as I can stay ahead of the game, we're good. And I'm not scared about my astronomy class because usually science comes pretty easy. Usually, I guess I hope so because I am a science major. So I hope. But yeah, I do have such an exciting TBR picked out. I really do. I did post my TBR. I completely forgot if I posted it. Yeah, that was so much fun. I'm definitely going to be doing it again. Like, definitely. It was so much fun. Although it was so stressful there down to like the wire because the hyped books, there were 3 books that were tied. Like 3 books had 3 votes each. And like I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to read all 3 of these books because they're all winning. I'm like, and I can't do it. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to. And then one last person voted and they broke the tie on that one. And then the last category of all categories, the TBR wastebasket pick, which I thought would be like I thought I knew what book people were going to pick, but it turned out not to be that book. But I thought everyone was going to pick Glass Castle because that seemed like the most hyped book out of the bunch. But Dreamology won, which I'm glad, because Dreamology is more of like, looks like it's going to be like fluffy YA, easy to read, hopefully. So, and it's been on my TBR for a long time. Glass Castle I just got, so. But yeah, it was close. It was close. And it's really cool because my coworker watched To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and she didn't know it was a book series at all. She didn't know anything about like that it was books at all. And I'm like, yeah, it's a book series. I'm like, because she asked me, she's like, have you watched that movie on Netflix? I'm like, nope, haven't watched it yet. I still have to read the book. I'm gonna read the book this month. And she's like, it's a book. I'm like, it's 3 books. I'm like, they only made the movie for the first one so far. Like, hopefully if it gets, so much hype, which is good because she didn't even know it was a book. So, and she loved the movie. So that's good. It's getting recognition outside of the book lovers community. So that's good. Because all I see is the book hype, because I'm in the book community. I'm in too deep to not see, to see what other people are thinking about it. But, I don't know. I told her, I'm like, yeah, I have to read it, in the next 2 months because they picked it as my TBR book. And she's like, oh, it's a book. And she ran to Target yesterday. She ran to Target right after work and picked it up. And then I saw her today. She came and she's like, I got my book. It was the last one. I got my book. I'm like, well, there's 2 more after that one. She's like, oh, I can't wait. I'm like, okay. Yeah, the categories, I don't even remember what happened, like where I came up with that idea to do like the TBR picks. I just like randomly was sitting here and I'm like, I want to film a video, and I know that I'm starting school soon. I'm like, and I don't feel like picking a TBR for the next month. I'm like, because I don't know how school's gonna go. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do a 2-month TBR. It like spiraled into what it became. I'm like, well, maybe I'll pick a 2-month TBR. And then then I'm like, you know what? I wish other people would pick my TBR for me because it's too much work. And it just spiraled. And then I'm like, I had like 3 categories, and I'm like, no, here's a 5th one. And then I'm like, okay, we'll do 6. 6 sounds like a good number. Like, we'll do 6 categories, 5 books in each. And then before I knew it, I was like, picking out books for each category, and it was so much fun. Every step of that process was fun. A little stressful, but fun. I can't wait to do it again. And the categories are really fun to come up with, and I think I'm going to keep adding and changing and moving in new categories and taking out categories, and so that way every month is kind of a little the same but different at the same time. Not month, but every 2 months, because 2 months seems like a good time to get those books done. That way I'm not stressed out about it either. You picked Glass Castle. My one coworker wants me to read that, or wanted me to read that years ago. She read the book like a few years ago, and I never. She's like, you'd really like it. And I'm like, And then I saw the movie trailer come out. I'm like, And then I picked it up at Ollie's like last month or something, and I'm like, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I've To All the Boys I've Loved Before has been sitting on my TBR forever. It's been there forever. It's probably a book outlet book. It's just been sitting there for a long time, so it's overdue. And I really wanted to read it because of the movie coming out anyway. So, or the movie being out, and I was so annoyed because Josh started watching the trailer. He was watching the trailer on Netflix, and I'm just sitting there like, la, la, la. Like, I don't even want to watch the trailer. Just stop. I want to be completely, like, I know the premise, but I want to go in as blind as I possibly can without, with whatever BookTube hasn't ruined for me. Oh, yeah. It was just a spiral idea. It was really cool. I thought that was important too, having like some hyped books and some non-hyped books, and just having a nice balance. Because like I like reading hyped books as much as the next person. I like to know what everyone's talking about and, you know, join in the conversations. But like sometimes those are the only books that people are talking about, and it's just like there's a billion things out there to read, and it's like it's fun to read what everyone else is reading sometimes, but it's also like just gets kind of boring. The heck is going on? There's like noise coming from somewhere, but Bane is laying here sleeping. I don't know. Maybe it's good Trilogy got picked. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel about Glass Castle when I finally do get to it. I don't know. It seems like something that I would have enjoyed at one point, but I don't know if I would still enjoy. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate the autoplay thing on Netflix for everything. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It does it for everything. It's so irritating. Like, stop. I don't like it, too, because, like, it happens right when you turn on Netflix. And then, like, I also don't like it because, like, you're just scrolling through stuff. And stuff is playing and making noise. And you're just like, shh. Like, just stop. Like, I just want to look at, like, what it's about. You don't need to start playing it. Stop. It's just so... Oof. It's just another Netflixy way to suck you in to binge watching an entire show. No, you don't. You definitely don't read a lot of hyped books, and I like that because you're always reading an eclectic sort of books too, and I like that. I feel like more readers should be like you because, like, I feel like you don't just read hype books, you don't just read underhyped books, you don't read just classics, you don't read just nonfiction. Like, you have an eclectic blend of perfectness. You are what every booktuber should really be. It's not all YA and the newest releases that just came out. Because, you know, you see the same people review the same book over and over and over again. You're like, okay, I get it. That's why when I request arcs, sometimes it's very rare that I actually do. And it's very rare that they actually give them to me. But like House 1000 Eyes, I haven't seen anyone talking about. I saw a person on Instagram talk about it, and that's how I found out about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to read that. But then like on BookTube, I've never seen anyone talk about it. Same with that other book I did a review of, Your One and Only. Like, I still don't see anyone talk about that book. And I'm like, that was such a good book. It's like, oh, it's like YouTube. You're so just up your own butt. Like, come on. There are more books out there than John Green's latest novel, although I do have it, and it was very good. But still, it's like there's more than just whatever Marissa Meyer's coming out with this week. Although I am really excited for Arch Enemies. See, I care about some books that are hyped, but like also there are like a billion other little ones that I'm like, oh. Yes, The House of 1000 Eyes has been so good. I think you would like it. It's like set in, what did I say? Like East Germany when the Berlin Wall was up. So it's so interesting. That's like right up my alley, though. I love that kind of stuff. I love that time period, and I don't think it was a great time period. Let me specify. It's not a lot of good things happened during that time period, but it's very interesting, and it's the book definitely like makes you feel like you're in that time period. Like, it really sucks you into that time period, which is hard. I feel like with like historical fiction and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a huge historical fiction reader, but when it sucks you in, it sucks you in. And it's great. I love it. So far, it's been really good. And it's like, it took a little bit to build at the beginning. Like, the beginning was a little weird. It was a little weird to get into it, but it's like a mystery, and it just keeps going and going. And you're like, oh my God, what's going on? It's so great. it would make a very interesting movie. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun to like breed new releases, but also like you can't just put yourself just in like that niche. And I feel like especially a lot of the big YouTubers cater to like publishers, and it's just ugh, it just gets so. I can't say that I won't end up being like that, but at some point. But as of right now, no. I read what I want to read, and I will review what I want to review. Mostly, I end up reviewing. Besides the arcs that I've received, that first arc and this arc, like besides those, I haven't reviewed any books except for the ones that I either really, 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 really love or I'm really disliked because it's easy to rant. Yeah, that's how I like historical fiction is a hard genre to get into, and I feel like once you finally like if you decide to write historical fiction, there is a lot of research involved, and you have to make that person feel like they are there. Because if you can't do that, then your whole story is going to fall apart. It's like one little thing is going to like make everything fall into place. But so far, it's been amazing. Like it really, you feel like you are in like Germany in the early 1980s. Like, yeah, yeah. It's. I feel like it's just getting worse with like the publishers and the booktubers and sponsoring videos and like sponsoring videos of books they've never even read, like promoting books that they haven't even read yet. Oh, that's just so cringy to me. And it's just, those are the videos that I click off of right away. Like, I'm just like, nope, nope. It's like, I want genuine people, I want people that are real and talking about real, books they've actually read. Like, it's so fake and I just hate it. That's the world though, I guess. I'm just like, we're in the wrong world. It's just, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be paid to promote books, but I don't think I'd ever be one of those people that would sell out, so to speak. Like, I don't think I could ever review a book that I haven't read. Like, I don't care if the publisher sent that book to me, paid me to promote it, and then like the video needs to be up the next day. I would be reading that book that night. Like, I would be like glued to it, and then I would give an honest review anyway. And if I hated it, I would let you guys know that I hated it. I don't know. Oh, I just hate it. I hate that. Yeah. That happens a lot on Instagram too. That's a huge thing on Instagram. I hate that. Like people, yeah, a lot of mediums. Yeah, it happens in everything, and it's really annoying. Music happens with music a lot too. Like people wear the band shirt but not listen to the band. Like me with my Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just kidding. But like I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's annoying. I hate on Instagram when it happens on Instagram because like I'll comment on the video on the picture because I'm like, oh, did you love this book? Because it was so good. Because like the book, will be the picture, and they're like, oh, I haven't read it yet. I just liked the front cover. I'm like, like, why do I follow you? Like, that's enough for me to unfollow. Like, you haven't even read it and you're posting pictures of it. Get out of here. Unless it's like a TBR, like, hey, look, I'm about ready to read this book. Get that off my screen. Oh my goodness. Like, oh, I hate it. Yeah, music is a huge one with happens with a lot of 80s bands. Like 80s rock. Like classic rock band t-shirts. Oh my goodness, that's like a pet peeve. Oh, and you'll have like the vintage shirts that they buy at like Hot Topic. No, I don't know. Do the kids shop at Hot Topic still? I don't even know. I was listening to the radio in the car yesterday, day before. I can't remember. And they were talking about listening to the classic rock station, and they were playing Rat, and they were talking about how they went to bar, the guy that was talking about how he went to a bar and there was a younger kid there, not kid, but like younger guy, probably like 21, 22. And said he had on a Rat shirt, and he asked the kid, "What's your favorite Rat song?" And the kid said "Round and Round," which is like their number 1 hit. And and the guy's like, "Yeah, this kid isn't even a real Rat fan." I'm like, "Aw." Like, it's so relatable. Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. I have Star Wars vintage shirt that's like it was bought new, but it wasn't. I got it in the clearance section, but I've been a huge Star Wars fan since I was a kid. Like, it's just now getting hype, and I get to buy all the shirts on clearance now, which is super exciting because now I get to have Star Wars shirts for super cheap. But that one's like vintage-ish, and it's like really, it's the sleeves are cut off, and it's like super comfortable and see-through, which I like it. It's a great shirt, but like, I don't understand spending full price on it. I would never. Oh my gosh, I got it at 75% off. I'm like, and also I actually like Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, oh my God, speaking of Star Wars, do you have a Tauntaun on your bookshelf? Because I swear to God, every time I see it in the video, I mean to comment, but I can't because I forget every time. You have a Tauntaun on your bookshelf. I swear to God, you do. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. because I have a Tauntaun on my bookshelf, and I need to. I think it's the exact same Tauntaun, but I think you have Luke riding the Tauntaun. I don't have anyone on his back, but hold on. Oh, that's my. I think you have the same Tauntaun. I knew it. I have the same one, except for I don't have Luke. So that's unfortunate. I got him at like, I either got him like for Christmas from one of my like parents, or at a yard sale or clearance, or I mean thrift store or something. Oh my gosh. I see it on your shelf all the time, and I'm like, I always forget to comment. And I'm like, I have that same Tauntaun on my bookshelf. It's like, how cool is that? And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Oh my goodness, I love him. He's just too much. Yeah, he's probably in better shape because Luke hasn't been riding him all over the place. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. I would love to have a Tauntaun, especially in the winter months. Well, you live in Canada. You understand. I live in Pennsylvania, so I'm up as well, but not as up as you are. And I would love to ride a Tauntaun to work in the winter months. Don't argue. Don't let him know. Our bookshelves must match forever. We will be Tauntaun sisters. As long as I remember to put him back up there. Oh my goodness. I always forget to mention him. Always forget, but I always see him on your bookshelf whenever I watch one of your videos. I'm like, oh, Tauntaun. And then I go to comment and I'm like, it leaves my mind. Tauntauns would be amazing in the wintertime. Amazing. Because a lot of times if it snows too bad here, like if we get a blizzard and I can't take my car out, I just walk to work, which is, it's still too far. I could be there in 2 leaps of a Tauntaun. But it's just, but I would rather walk than drive because it's just dangerous to drive in a blizzard. And where I work doesn't ever close, ever. Not even for Christmas. We're always open. So a Tauntaun would be fantastic. It would be the best thing ever. Tauntaun sisters forever. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, I would love one. I want a pet tauntaun so bad. And I forget what they're called. Oh, I can't remember. I think it's in one of the prequels. Obi-Wan rides like a lizard-like thing. I forget what the name of it is though. Oh, it's killing me. Let's be real. The prequels weren't great enough to remember what the name of the animals were. But yeah, it was like he rides like this lizard thing, and I'm like, oh, I want one of them. One of them for the summer months, and one of a tauntaun for the winter months, please. Yeah. It's not like I work in a nursing home or anything either. I work in retail. Like we're just a regular store and we're open. CVS is open no matter what. Never closes, not even for Christmas. Sucks. Sometimes not even if the power goes out. Sometimes we'll still be in there just writing the stuff down that people need to buy. It's ridiculous. Little lamps. Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. My boyfriend is texting me. Oh, yeah. I think my neighbors are being evicted, which is good for me, but also bad for them. They have like a notice on their door, unless one of their like utilities is being disconnected. I don't know, but they have like 100 kids, so it wouldn't surprise me. There was no notice on my door, so I'm all right. As long as I still have a place to live, I'm good. Yeah, the prequels, they're harder. They're just they're Star Wars movies, but they're also not at the same time. I guess they're better than the newer movies, though. Tauntaun and the Lizard for the summer, yes. Oh, it's awful. The scheduling. I always volunteer to work Christmas because it's double time and I can get out of family stuff because we all know I created Grinchathon. I hate the holidays. It's awful. Ugh. Oh yeah, neighbor drama. Oh, you have no idea. The other day, oh my goodness, I'll have to post it on Instagram or something. I'll have to post it because it's ridiculous. My next door neighbors parked in my boyfriend, like parked so close to his car, like that close to his car, his driver's side. So he couldn't get in the car. He had to slide in through the passenger side to get into his car. And then they even wrote a note saying that he parked them in, or it said, could you please move your car because I can't get my van out, or something like that. And I'm like, they parked you in. Like, you were there first. Like, what? I'm so confused. How would you have parked them in? Why would you have parked them in so you could climb out your passenger side? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ugh. So annoying. My neighbors they have like 1,000 kids too. It's awful. It's stompy stomp 24/7. So awful. Episode 1. Episode 1 is like my least favorite. Oh, it's so cringy. I love reading articles about the actor that plays Anakin in the first one, and he's like Star Wars ruined my life and blah blah blah. It's like, no, you just need a better agent after that movie. Ruined your life. Get out of here. I don't like the new movies. Solo was my favorite out of the new movies so far, with the exception of Rogue One. So far, I think the spin-offs have been way better than the trilogy. But that last movie, oh my goodness, The Last Jedi. Oh, that was so bad. Oh my gosh. I came out of the movie theater and I'm like, that was all right. Like, it was all right. And then it just, like, not even kidding you, I live like 5 minutes down the road from the movie theater. So like a 5-minute drive, and not walk, but like a 5-minute drive. And my boyfriend and I, like, we came out, we're like, yeah, that was all right. And then just as we got closer and closer to home, we're like, oh God, it was awful. By the time we got home, we're like, that was the worst movie we've ever seen. It just started to like sink in. And we started actually talking about things that went on in the movie. And we're like, no, wait a minute. No, it was awful. It was awful. What happened? It's like its effect wore off on us. I do recommend Solo, though. Oh, Solo is great. It should be coming out soon, shouldn't it? Should be coming out soon. I don't know. I'm a sucker for Lando, though. Oh, I wish Lando would get his own movie. Oh, I love Lando. And I think the Childish Gambino or whatever, Donald Glover, I think he was a perfect Lando. So perfect for it. Oh, yeah, I really liked Solo. I want to read the book because there's like a spin-off book, YA book spin-off, and I want to read it. It tells like Han and the main girl that's, I forget her name, the main girl that's in the movie. It tells like their backstory, I think, which would be really interesting. But I can't remember her name. I do. I don't volunteer for Christmas. I get paid for Christmas. I get paid a damn lot to work Christmas, but I volunteer so that way other people who actually like the holidays can, it's like my one good deed of the year. It's like that way they can go and actually enjoy their family because I just can't. I just don't like the expectation of like, okay, let's tolerate each other for just one day out of the year. I just, like, I don't know. There's just so much pressure on it. Grinchathon. I've gotten into it. I recorded the Grinchathon challenges, I believe, and all the information and stuff. I wasn't even going to announce the dates until that video went up, but then Readathon News, that thing, they put out for you to enter your dates into their calendar. And I'm like, good. I'm like, just take the dates, and gave it to them. So, yeah, I wasn't even going to announce it until the video, but that's cool. I'm like, get them out there so you guys know them in advance. But, yeah, the challenges are already recorded and everything. It's going to be a light round, like I've said before. It'll be easy. Easy peasy. Always laid back. Oh yeah, the parking. Oh my goodness. I'll have to post the photos, or maybe I'll post them in my stories after we're done here or something, because you should see this, or I'll send them to you or something. You should see this park job. It's ridiculous. I just can't with it. I don't understand. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are either in the Rogue One camp or the Last Jedi. I'm in kind of neither. Like if I had to pick, I would pick like the Rogue One and Solo. I really loved Solo, and I think the people that don't like Solo should be slapped because they don't like it for stupid reasons, like the dumbest reasons. Like I watched a review and someone said they didn't like Solo because Harrison Ford wasn't in it. And I'm like, he can't be in it. It's a prequel. What are they going to do? Digitally age him down? I'm like, the guy is like 60. Like, what are you doing? You can't do that. Like, shut up, idiot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had to go see Solo before we went on vacation, because I think it came out right before we went on vacation. And I think the reason it didn't do so good in theaters was because its like own fault. Like every other Star Wars movie has been released around Christmas, these new ones. And they released Solo in the middle of summer. And you had a whole bunch of other movies competing with it. You had Deadpool 2, you had the new Avengers. Like, what are you doing, idiots? Like, why would you release it then? Ugh, just dumb. It was their own marketing plan. Like, it was their own fault, idiots. I feel like it would have did so much better in winter. Not that I wanted to wait that long, but oh, there's another one coming. There's always a new Star Wars movie coming. Unfortunately, like, they're gonna kill the franchise for me. It's so sad. Yeah, Josh and I, that's our thing. We go and see them every time they come out, because that's like our bonding thing is Star Wars. We really bond over Star Wars, because him and I are very different, especially in the types of movies we like. So like stuff like Star Wars is like our bonding. Because the first time we hung out, we were just friends. The first time we like hung out, just the two of us, and we had a Star Wars marathon. Was like our first hanging out. So like I always feel like without Star Wars, we wouldn't be together. Like I feel like it's like the center of our relationship. He doesn't feel that, but I do. He gets like mad if I watch Star Wars without him. Like if he comes home and Star Wars is on the TV, he gets mad that I watched it without him. It's like the equivalent of me cheating on him. Like it's awful. Yeah, people just, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't get, like, I get being nitpicky about certain things. I get it, but like maybe it's like why, maybe it's just because I'm getting older. But like stupid stuff in movies, like I don't care. As long as I'm entertained, then I'm good. I don't know. I felt like The Last Jedi had too much humor, was one of my biggest things that really hurt it for me. Like every time it would get serious, there'd be like some dumb joke, and I'm like, you didn't need that stupid joke there. And it felt like a Star Wars movie. Oh, not a Star Wars movie. It felt like a Disney movie. I mean, like that was like the first Star Wars movie that really felt like a Disney movie, and it hurt. It hurt me deep. It was just nope. And that's why it's on Netflix now. Although, as much as I want to deny it, I do ship Kylo Ren and Rey, because I've read so much fan fiction with the two of them now that like I ship them, even though I don't want to. They've got like a Romeo and Juliet thing going on that if it was like any other movie, I'd be really excited about it. But like it's Star Wars, and like everything else around them is falling apart, and I'm like, no. It's just I don't know. Yeah, Star Wars brought us together. That's our thing. It's that, and also Lord of the Rings too. We do like Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Oh, they're definitely Disney. Oh, I can feel it now, and it's just so disappointing. I feel like Disney is gonna like destroy Star Wars for me. Like I don't feel like they're gonna destroy Star Wars. Like it's never like the people that say, "Oh, it's killing my childhood and blah blah blah." No, because my childhood has already happened. You can't kill it. It's already happened. Everything that I liked and as a kid, I'm still gonna like. But I do think they're going to like burn me out on Star Wars, which I think is going to happen eventually. And it hurts because it's such a huge part of like Josh and I's life that like, I don't want to see the day where I'm just like, okay, Star Wars movie, let's go see that. Okay. Like even these, I don't want to say crappy, but even these ones that are not my cup of tea are still like, we still, plan to go see them and everything. But like, ugh, it's like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to go see it. Like, you would be surprised how many people ship Kylo Ren and Rey together. Like there is a whole fandom that is just obsessed with them being together. Like on Tumblr, like if you go on Tumblr, you can see some vulgar things, but also some really sweet things. But they're like, if you search the like Reylo is like their ship name, Reylo, I think, something like that. But they're like, so many people ship them together. Like it's ridiculous. So many, and a lot of people ship Hux, Commander Hux or whatever, and him and Kylo Ren together. There is a lot of fan fiction of them together as well. Yeah, I hate that phrase, killing my childhood. No, it's not killing anything. Shut up. Yeah, Yeah, that's a good way to look at them. Like I try to like separate it. It's hard. It's difficult. I don't know. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started. Tumblr is just like, it's half just raunchy fan fiction. And it's half like just fangirls. Like, it's so much. There are so many things in Tumblr that would, it would just corrupt you. There's some people ship like the weirdest like people together. Like I don't know. I kind of saw the Kylo Ren and Rey thing coming, but some people think they're brother and sister, which I think is kind of dumb. If it is, if that's true, then I've watched way too much not watched, read way too much incestual fan fiction, apparently. Turning into Flowers in the Attic over here. Oh my goodness. No, it's interesting. I think, what time? Oh my goodness, we went over the hour. Josh, like, I ignored Josh's text. He sent me a picture of Bane, and Bane is just laying in front of the door when he went to leave, I guess today or last night. I'm not sure. I don't even know if you can see the shoes ever. Bane, this happens all the time. This is the front door, and Bane does this all the time. All the time. He blocks the door so you can't get out. So annoying. He's so cute, but he's so annoying. But he was like all sorts of sprawled out when I got home. Like, that was him. Let's see if I can turn it. That was him when I got home this morning. I mean, after work. He's just like, this is like right when I walked in the door. Like, he's just sprawled out. What are you doing? Such a goof. He does want me to say all the time. He's so cute. Oh my goodness, I love him. Anyway, do we have any last notes about the book that we were supposed to be talking about? We always do this. We go everywhere else but the book, I swear. I don't know. Ooh, it's like glare. I really like this picture. Although Violet's face is awfully menacing in the picture, and it looks like Klaus is like sucking his thumb. Trying to sink. Trying to sink. Oh my goodness, you saw that video with the cough? Oh my goodness. So like every single time Poe came into the story, he coughed like that. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, it's ridiculous. Oh, I did too. And I've already read these, but I missed it again. Yeah, I did not. I completely missed him being one of the lackeys. There was a point that I'm like, and then I'm like, nah. Yeah, afterwards I'm like, especially like I knew once he said boss. Once he goes, well, once they were like, why is the doorman here? And then he said, boss, the orphans are supposed to get here. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh no. I'm like, how did we miss that? I'm coughing like Poe. I hope I'm not getting sick. That would suck. I know, she's like so determined in this one. She's like focused, laser focused. Poe wasn't, thank God Poe wasn't in it. He can be too much. But no, every time like he was mentioned or anything like that, like Tim Curry coughed like ridiculously for him. And his voice for Sonny in the audiobook was hilarious. Like hearing Tim Curry speak baby voice is great. And Esme's voice, his voice for Esme, was like super annoying, like you would have expected Esme to know. Yeah. Yeah. Esme, did you see Esme like working with Olaf? Did you see that coming? Oh my goodness. I thought it was weird that like I thought it was weird that she sent Jerome and the kids off to the restaurant while her and Gunther were left alone in the apartment. As a kid, I never really thought much of it because I'm a kid. But like as an adult, I'm like, I'm like, there's an affair going on right there. I'm like, there's a reason why she wants him out of the apartment. And then it turns out, yeah, it was true. She was having an affair, basically. Her and Olaf run off together into the sunset. Poor Jerome. Oh my goodness. My ring is stuck in my hair. Yeah, that's how I felt too. Like when I first read it, I'm like, oh, she's like obsessed with what's in, what's out, and yeah, it's hard to see beyond that because she's so annoying. Oh my goodness, she's so irritating. It's like, oh, orphans are in, but I can't tuck them in to bed because she's like, because that seems like too much work. Yeah, he could have kept the orphans if he wouldn't have been an idiot, a coward. Like, oh, so frustrating. Yeah, I feel like this was a good center book, like a nice center book because the reveals were good. It's still like kept the same stuff going, but also, added more and more. Like that's important to keep us to be giving us the same kind of stuff, but still keeping us engaged. Is like, yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. Whatever. Whatever. I know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, yeah. My tauntaun's looking at me. I guess we should go. It's been almost 2 hours now. Almost, not really. 20 minutes. But yeah, I think we've talked about everything else. Esme. My acting coach. My acting teacher. Get the hell out of here. There's nothing particularly wrong with salmon, of course, but like caramel candy, strawberry yogurt, and liquid carpet cleaner, if you eat too much of it, you're not going to enjoy your meal. Do you know how many times it's okay? My annotations are definitely not meant for kids because do you know how many times I wrote bitch next to Esme in my book? Like she is my annotations are not meant for children. I was like so annoyed. Oh my goodness. That's a good quote to end it on. It's always a blast. So, before you go, let's get a date now. All right. We usually do like the first week. So October 1st, 2nd. Oh, first I have school. So how about October 2nd for our next live show on the Vile Village? Does that work for you? And we'll do what we did before and determine a time later. Yeah, my annotations are not for children. I should put a disclaimer on the front of the book. Not for children. All right, October 2nd. I'm going to write it in now. Live show. Before I forget, and we end up scrambling. All right. All right. So I guess we're done here. We talked about Elevator. We talked about Star Wars. I have my ring still stuck in my hair somewhere. It won't come out until I take down my hair. Talked about Tauntauns. I think that's time to end it. All right. Good night. I will talk to you about the Vile Village very soon before we know it. Enjoy this one. Enjoy the illustrations. They are going to be so much fun. I love them. This one smells weird. It's been sitting on my shelf too long. All right. We'll see you later. Bye. I forget how to close out of it. Goodbye.